Welcome to another episode of The Breakdown, where you, the employee, get to ask us, the owner, anything live. I've got Keri Delgado here, business development rep in our SERVPRO Dallas location. You ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
On. Thanks for coming to Salina. Welcome to
I
town.
love it here.
And thanks for letting me ask you some questions.
Absolutely.
And everyone get to know you better. Tell me about a time growing up, maybe as a teenager, where you may have gotten into trouble and had to cover it up and make it like it never even happened.
That's really good, Keri. Let me think, because I never got caught that I remember. But we had in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where we were originally from, there was an old abandoned building. It was the mental hospital. They had moved to downtown Tuscaloosa, so this was like this huge facility. I'll never forget. We were out there one night, and the cops came to the location, and so I was scared spitless, because I thought, if my mom and dad find this out, I'm going to jail. And I'm just not one of those type kids.
Yeah.
We climbed out of this window onto the roof of the building. I don't know how the cops didn't see us, because they had the massive mag light, like not just a flashlight, but the car light on the vehicle was shining around, just going right by us. I never got caught, but it was really, really close to getting caught.
I'm glad you didn't get caught.
That was like
I'm
never
glad you
even
didn't
happened.
go to jail. Like it never even happened. Thank God for that.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing. Before you told me about your podcast today, I was already going to ask you how you fill your cup of passion. What are your top favorite podcasts you're listening to right now that really fill you up?
So I don't listen to a ton of podcasts. Mine's more, I listen to worship music. It's kind of my driving force that keeps me motivated and moving. But Adam, who works for us, you know him, Adam West. He's gotten me listened to a couple. I've started listening to Brady's actually gotten me listening to the Working Genius podcast. It's been good for us. But yeah, Adam and I started a podcast called Higher Up Podcast. You can find it on any platform out there now: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, whatever platform you like. But basically, my passion, to answer your question, is really helping other business owners succeed. We used to have a consulting company. I enjoy running SERVPRO franchises. I enjoy running a media company. I enjoy being a worship pastor. I enjoy being a husband, a father, a son. Yeah, I got a dog now. But my passion, what drives me every day, is helping see other people be successful. And so what we've been able to do is the last few years, when we no longer had our consulting company, I've really been trying to figure out what my calling in life is. I know that the Lord has me here for a reason, and I'm going to take advantage of it every single day that I possibly can. But I have connected with other business owners, not just SERVPROs, because I help a lot of SERVPRO owners figure out how they can get better and grow their day-to-day SERVPRO teams, right? Whether it's marketing, operations, office, construction, you name it, processes, systems, technology. We have a lot of people, as you know, that come through our doors here in Salina now, which is one of the visions that I had 5 years ago. Was when we went to another location, I wanted people not to have to come to Birmingham. Let's go to wherever our location is, because we want to put our system in place to make it the best we can be for them and not have to travel expense. So my passion is really helping other business owners, and now it's turned into not just business owners. It's turned into church leaders. It's turned into government agencies. It's turned into, what can I do to help other people at the end of the day see the Lord? That's really what it boils down to. No matter the cost, it costs me. I want to do that. I'm talking about financially. I'm talking about just time, talents, So that's really what my big passion is.
I love it. One more question. If you're down. A little on the heavier side, but hopefully you can, share some encouragement for others. I know you and I both lost a parent around the same time, and that was a really hard time you can't really be prepared for.
Yeah.
And, life is full of valleys and mountaintops.
Yeah.
So what kind of advice or more of encouraging words would you share with yourself 8 years ago to help get you through that?
Good question. because I have the Lord on my side, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me.
Mm-hmm.
And, nobody knows the outcome of, we have, matter of fact, Adam and I talked about this on our podcast. There is a dash that when you have your tombstone one day, you've got a starting date, a dash, and an end date. And the thing that matters most is that dash in between.
What are you doing with your dash?
That's right. So what would I have done 8 years ago? I probably would have prepared myself better to be able to take on a task of learning how to manage people better earlier.
That's good.
So one thing that my dad really encouraged my brother and I to do was read a lot of books. Well, y'all may get a kick out of this, but my brother reads a lot of books. I don't. and I just don't. It's not because I don't want to, but I'll never forget my dad had a book he tried to get me to read a year prior to his passing in 2017, and it was called The 5 Coaching Habits of a Great Leader. And the reason, so after he passed, I'm cleaning out his office, which was very difficult to do, as you can understand. But I was cleaning out the office, and I was like, book, but I came upon this book, 5 Coaching Habits of a Great Leader. The book was that thick, but the words were that big. So it was going to make it easier for me to read. And what I learned from that, going back to what you said, what would I have done 8 years earlier? I would have learned how to be a better coach. Okay, coach for my team, you guys, the employees, coach for my people I surround myself with, the people that I want to try to influence. But the fifth thing, I'm not going to go into the first 4 because they just take too much time. But the fifth thing was, it's very simple, and most people don't do this, is to thank people. Because if you thank people, think about this. What does Chick-fil-A and Starbucks do? Chick-fil-A, my pleasure. They might as well say thank you in a professional way, right? My pleasure. Starbucks, I mean, how many times have you gone to Starbucks coffee and they fix your drink the same way every day, every time, and they say thank you for coming in? It's so simple. That the people as a whole have lost the fact that you can't appreciate people. That's the wrong thinking.
It's just expected.
Exactly. They think so,
Right.
right? But if you give them that extra touch, thank you for what you do, thank you for helping us or whatever, it resonates with people. You could mess up the sandwich or you could mess up the coffee and they're going to come back, right? So that's the thing that I learned, if I could have done better, was probably read that book sooner, but at the same time learn how to be a better coach. And by the way, thank you for you being on Team Wilson. It means a lot to us, our team. We got great plans for the future here in this location, and we're very excited where we're headed.
Benji, my pleasure.
Yeah. I like it.